Have you ever had those study sessions where you put in the hours in, like like you're working, you're really trying to get things done, you're trying to be productive, you're trying to reach goals, but it just seems things aren't working in your favor. It almost seems like you actually wasted a bit of time in studying. Have you ever had those sessions that feel so unproductive that you feel you've actually gone backwards and you're even more behind than you were before? Have you had sessions where you can't even focus? You can't even, just get this stuff crammed, memorized, or understand these concepts, or even just finish a practice test? We've all had these types of sessions. I have as well. A lot, believe you me, gang. But I think the key to studying is making sure that your sessions are as productive as possible, that you get as much done in each session as you possibly can, that you maximize and make sure that it's essentially not a waste of time, that every single minute you're studying is a productive minute. And today for you guys, I want to give you 5 tips. 5 quick tips on how to make your study sessions as productive as possible and just help you in reaching those academic goals that you guys are striving for. So sit back, definitely make notes, and after this, be sure to apply these 5 tips I give you and see the difference that it actually makes in your study sessions. So I think something that distracts a lot of us is constantly going to fetch things. I mean, let's say you're studying now, you're doing math, and you're writing, you're practicing sums, and you're practicing equations and all that, and then you've forgotten your textbook. It's on the other side of the bed, so now you have to quickly go and fetch it. And then you've gone and fetched it, but you're like, oh no, I actually need my calculator as well, which you left in the other room or in the kitchen, wherever. Now you have to go fetch that. So this constant up and down of constantly going to fetch things will not serve you. It actually distracts you. It removes your attention and your focus from what is important, which is what you do in the study session. It's not necessarily about the time that you spend in getting all these things piece by piece, but it's you actually removing your attention for that moment and then having to rebuild your focus again in what you're doing. Sometimes when you're obviously sort of pushing consistently and you're 20 minutes in and you're so focused, just having 10 seconds away, pulling away and going to fetch something, you lose that momentum that you've built. You lose it. So it's so important for you to just make sure everything is already gathered around you. Everything you need is already there where you need it. All your books, your textbooks, your calculators, everything you need for that specific study session should be an arm's length from you. You should be able to reach anything you need without hassle, without having to stop studying and actively go and fetch something. Very important. So prepare your study material long in advance. Prepare your study area long in advance to maximize in your study sessions. Now, I think whilst we're on the topics of, spaces and study areas, it's so important to have a conducive study space. Very, very important. Your space that you study in highly defines how productive you are, how much focus you end up having, and what you actually get out of the study session that you're busy with. So I think first off, in terms of space, make sure your space is clean. Make sure your space is neat. Make sure things aren't everywhere, things aren't on top of things. Making your study space more clear. And this is something that I struggled with because I think I'm a bit of a messy studier, but I think as I started to nor force myself to clean my space. It provides clarity. Your space, a very clean space, provides mental clarity and allows you to focus better and actually absorb the information better. Fun fact. So your space has more of a role than I think most of us actually realize. So you just packing up a few books and pens and things and just putting them away whilst you're focusing on this specific module, this specific study session, makes a big difference. And even in helping you just not think about all your problems at once. Because if you're studying maths, but you have the physics book here, in the back of your mind, you might be thinking about the physics that you haven't done. You might be thinking of all the work that you still need to put in for physics. And I have mentioned it before, but it's important that you maintain that clear mind. You maintain that focus and understand that the key to a lot of this is a very clean and clear study space. Something that I think a lot of us also struggle with quite a bit. I know, of course, I struggled with this a lot, so I deeply understand if you're, of course, struggling with it, where you're coming from. But it's all nice and wow when you're planning and you're like, I'll study this much. I'll study at these times. I'll take breaks at these times. It's all fun and games when you're doing that. But I think the real key is actually doing it. Actually getting it done. I think that's where the challenge comes in. Anyone can plan. Anyone can say that I'll study here. I'll do this, and that. Anyone can do that. Trust me. But not everyone can actually meet what they set out for themselves. And I think that makes a very big difference in your success and your productivity per session, is how much discipline do you have to stick to the times that you set. If you say you're going to study for this much sort of time, do you actually get it done? Do you take longer breaks than you say you're going to, which obviously you shouldn't? Do you study for less time or more time than you sort of planned? What do you do? How disciplined are you when it comes to sticking to time? And of course, I think no one is perfect. No one is perfect, trust me. But I think the better we get at sticking to time and to honoring the promises that we set for ourselves, in terms of obviously study times, break lengths as well, when you're going to start studying, when you're going to wake up, when you're going to sleep. When you start doing that, you improve your chances at having productive study sessions, and more importantly, at meeting your academic goals and reaching those higher heights that you sort of see for yourself. So improve that discipline. Stick to your times. And it's a gradual process, but start on that journey already and see the dividends that it pays for you later on. One thing that I think will help you a lot is having a view of the things that you need to get done on a daily basis. Understanding that I need to do this, and that today, and tomorrow I need to do this, and that. I think when you have this view and when you start your day and have an understanding of what you need to get done, it gives you direction. It gives you sort of a push to actually meet the things that you say you need to do at a specific time, because you know that overall in the day, this is what I need to do. So every single day, just make a daily sort of list of the things you want to achieve, the things you need to get done. And realistic, of course, make them realistic. Don't now just try to put anything there. Make them as realistic as possible. So that, of course, you have a bit of direction for your day. You're not just floundering and you're not just trying to do everything. That's not going to help you. Stressing is not going to help you. But having that direction, that focus, and then executing, that's what it's about. Direction, focus, execute. Direction, focus, execute. Every single day. You do that. You'll see what happens academically. This is what I saw for myself as well. I think quite a lot of the things that I speak on, of course, are based on research, but as well on my personal experience and on the experience of others around me, and even just you guys when you guys chat to me in my DMs on WhatsApp or in the community and stuff. I think a lot of these, I just collate all of these for you and just put them in one video, package it nicely so that you guys can digest them as easily as possible, and then of course apply them. So yes, every single day, just make that effort. Make sure you have a list. Make it at the evening before the day starts, so that in the morning you wake up, you look at that list, you understand what needs to get done. It's a realistic list. Then you start getting them done. Very easy, simple, but I think something that will take your studying to the next level. Last, but I think certainly not least, is avoid things that will make you lose focus. And this definitely ties into my second point I made earlier, which is obviously create an conducive sort of study environment or space. The easier you lose focus, the less productive your sessions are going to be. That's a simple fact. It's a simple fact. So you need to eliminate all distractions. And I think the biggest distraction that I think especially we as students have is our phone. It's that simple. It's our phone. It's all the social media apps, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, for those who still use Facebook, WhatsApp, of course, YouTube as well, all these social media apps, or even just scrolling on your phone. Very distracting. Something that will make you lose a lot of focus and a lot of momentum that you build. It's all about momentum in studying. It's all about building and maintaining the momentum you have, the focus you have, the discipline you have. And when you detract that by using your phone often or constantly checking your phone, you're fighting a losing battle. And this is a battle that I can resonate to as well, because I'm a victim. I use my phone quite a bit. I also have the social media apps, but I think it's about gradually getting better and reducing how much you rely on them. And I think a great way to completely remove this distraction is to literally remove your phone from your space. Don't put your phone that is arm's length in reach, because you will always reach for it. You will always reach for it, trust me. Put your phone far away, so that if you have to go check it, you have to literally walk far. You have to stand up, walk to the other room, walk to the kitchen, walk across the room, wherever. This makes a big difference. You're gonna use your phone less, because you're gonna think twice of, is it actually worth me going to get it? I mean, why do I need it, So remove all these things that distract you. Keep distractions to a minimum and apply all the other 4 tips that I gave you there. I think it's a very nice consolidated list and a very nice sort of package that I've given you guys to help you guys really maximize on your sessions and bring that productivity up. Bring the productivity of each session up. Maximize on that, and of course get the best results possible, because that's what I'm all about here, is helping you guys get the best results possible. So it has been me with another video here. As always, guys, smash that like button, please. I want to see if you guys are enjoying this content, and of course drop a subscription if you haven't subscribed yet. And until the next one, let's continue on our journey in creating a better world.